Peace, 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 peace. Salute, 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 salute. Peace to the good fam. Stephen X here. Respect Ring Media. Salute to the good fam. What is today? I got to do a time check. Okay, it's Wednesday. Have my workout. Got to eat some food. Just had a banana, but it's all good. Salute to the good fam. Let me know how I sound on the mic as the fam comes in the room. Peace and salute, fam. I don't think this is going to be a long live. I don't know. I just wanted to touch base with the fam. But it's all good. Um, it's all good. As long as we stay consistent. I just came from the gym. So it's weird that we're on this topic. Yeah, I'm on this Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury thing. So, I already know what's going on Twitter world, fam. I see it. I see what's going on. You all see it. We know what's going on with Devin, Shakur. We all know. So yeah, that was a good cook in the graveyard yesterday. So I don't know what the graveyard has or what BF has in store, but I know a lot of people are cooking on Davin and Shakur. It's just a lot of Twitter drama, to be honest. But anyways, I'm rambling. Let me see who's in the room. But we're gonna talk this Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury in LA is off. Eddie Hearn drops contract bombshell, big update. So boxing scene dropped a new article today because we talked about it yesterday. Oh, salute to brother Crod in the building. Salute Crod, yo. Good chopping it up with you for the first time yesterday, bro. Yeah. We got it. We cut it short a bit, but because we had to get to the graveyard. But good. Thanks for being here, bro. I modded you up. You're the fam. So salute to you, yo. Peace and salute to Queen Cam in the building. Combos with Cam. Our queen is in the house. Salute Stephen X. Peace to you always, family. Salute Queen Cam. Peace to you always, sis. Always. I appreciated you clicking the link the other day and straightening Mag out. That was a few days ago, or last week or something like that. I lost track of time, but yeah, Queen, that was necessary. That was necessary. So I appreciate you for that. y'all listen to the replay of that. It was a few episodes ago. So yeah, Queen. I always make sure to turn it up too. I keep that music loud. Yeah, salute to the chat family. Yep. Okay, so I'm sounding okay as long as I'm loud and clear and I'm not okay. Cool. Thanks, Queen. Salute to brother Crod. King Crod says that Knicks versus Spurs game 3 was insane last night. Laugh a lot. I think the Trump curse caused the Knicks to lose. Yes, I've been hearing Knicks fans say that they might lose again tonight. And the series, are they in Texas now? They're probably up in. Let me get this on the screen as I'm talking to the fam. Yeah, are they in Texas for this game? What, 4? Yeah, I don't know, man. You invite that dude. That's some bad juju. Like I said yesterday, that's bad juju, fam. Terrible. And I see the Knicks fans wilding out. Yeah, salute to Queen Cam. Yes, smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button, share the video. Thank you, Queen Cam. Yeah, thank you so much. Let me get this on the screen as I'm talking to y'all. What time is it? Okay, we're still good. I'm gonna get this article up. Yeah, that's the article right there. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. Okay. And then close that out. Okay. This is the update from today. Okay, so let me see what y'all are saying and then we'll get to it. Yeah, smash the like button, fam. Crod says for sure, man. I appreciate it. Hope we can talk again soon, man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. We'll do a good cook. I mean, this originally started as me just going live once a week on a Saturday afternoon, but sometimes Saturdays are weird, fam, because there'll be boxing on Saturday. So, and like if there's UK boxing, it throws everything off. Like, there's no point in going live on a Saturday. Look, I'm talking UK boxing today, right? But what's the point of going live when most people are watching the matches, especially if it's big matches in the UK in the afternoon on a Saturday, So, Crowd says no. Game 4 is in New York tonight. Lord. Oh my. NYPD is going to have to work overtime. I mean, they've been working overtime for this. Knicks fans, y'all chill out. Y'all chill out, man. You Knicks fans chill out on like beating people up because they have a Spurs jersey. Come on, man. You know, New York, we gotta do better, New Yorkers, you know. That's just a public service announcement. I've seen some crazy videos, you know. Salute to crowd. Game 5 is in San Antonio, and Game 7 will be in San Antonio if it goes all 7. Well, it's within the league's interest for it to go 7. Think about it, because I heard about the refs and stuff. Like it's not within the league's interest for money wise for that to go like a sweep. So now it's more competitive. You know, it's what is it, 2-1? So Knicks are up 2. So you know it's more competitive. So yeah, I know how the NBA gets down. I hear enough about the shenanigans in the NBA with referees and people betting on. There's cheating in the NBA too. Yeah, Queen Cam. Thank you. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you family for joining Sugar Free Mars and I on Ruminations. Appreciate it. Yeah, we appreciate you. That was a beautiful cook. Y'all queens are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful inside and out. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the conversation. It was such a bright illuminating thing to watch, you know, enlightening. So it's actually worth a replay too, fam. Go watch it if you. Yeah, definitely. We're looking forward to those ruminations with you and Queen Sugar Free Mars. Salute to the King, DP Rocka in the house. Salute. Salute, King. DP Rocka, 10 toes down. We got the Kings in the house. We got the Queen Cam in the house. It's not gonna be a terribly long cook, fam. Just let me interact with the fam. Salute to you, DP Rocker. Salute, bro. Let me guess, you're somewhere in the gym right now. Gym bros, man. Yeah, we got to stay in the gym. Salute to Brother Crowd again. Yeah, I think if San Antonio is going to play by the script, then I could see them winning despite the odds stacked against them. Yeah, the odds are stacked against them. If the NBA wants to rig the playoffs for the Knicks to win, yeah. Exactly. I mean, players play, but goddamn, the ref is part of the play. I mean, we know this in we know this from boxing. I mean, you know, refs can play a role. We've seen it. You know, look what happened with the Usyk fight the other day. Yeah, absolutely. Salute to DP Rocker, working, driving a forklift. Oh, salute to you, bro. Yeah, get that paper, man. That's that paper chase. Yep, that's that paper chase, fam. Yeah, salute to you. Godspeed. All of us trying to make a buck, man. And you know, we're just trying to make an honest living out here. That's all it is. So that's why I try to come through for the fam, even if it's a short live, you know. But this article here, fam, from Boxing Scene by Matt Christie and Trish Dixon says Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury contract states venue must be in UK, says Eddie Hearn. So yesterday we talked about it being in LA at SoFi. I mean, that was something I would go to that. Why not? Not for Fury, but more for AJ, you know what I mean? I said, you know, there's a debate, but like I was saying yesterday that I'm not like, I know people don't like AJ or whatever, but if I were to ask myself if he's good for boxing, yay or nay, and I had to say yay or nay, I would say yay. You know what I mean? That thing he did the other day on Netflix, not the other day, a few months ago, against what's his name, Jake Paul. I mean, a lot of people that don't watch boxing watch that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, his opponent selection is pretty sketchy. Like Eddie Hearn, you know, speaking of Eddie Hearn, you know, they got him fighting like first time fighters and stuff. But I'm talking about like before all the antics. I mean, he was a unified heavyweight champ, right? I mean, he's never been undisputed, but good boxer puncher, you know, power. That's what we like, in the sport of boxing. Salute to Crowd. I meant to say San Antonio not playing by the script, but either. Oh, I understand. Yeah. But either way, the NBA is very shady for having referees historically rigged games for nothing. Now there's proof about that now. Yeah. Some referees have gone to jail for that. Wow. Now, I didn't know that much. See, and then they laugh at us when we talk about Ryan Garcia taking PEDs against Devin. And look what Crowd said. There's referees that have gone to jail in the NBA for what? That's not violence, for just rigging games. But that's fraudulent. So how is that fraudulent? And people are going to jail and getting criminal charges, and Ryan Garcia gets away. Well, we all know the answer. It's a rhetorical question, fam. It's in the sport of boxing. These people don't care about cheating, fam. They only care about who is it that got cheated and who's doing the cheating. It's subjective. There's no objective outcry about cheating in the sport of boxing. So we know why Ryan Garcia got off scot-free. Please, a 1-year suspension from NYSAC and $1.1 million forfeited back to Golden Boy. That's a punishment off of his biggest payday. Ryan Garcia got paid more to fight Devin Haney than he did against Tank. I refuse to believe that he made more money fighting Tank. No one really knows the numbers. We only know what's reported and what's said. But if Devin got a minimum of $35 million for that fight against Ryan, how much you think Ryan made? Devin and Ryan both made big paydays fighting each other. So, yeah, but man, referees are going to jail, and this guy just, and I tell you, fam, if Devin Haney had done that, boy, oh boy. So Tyson Fury points at Anthony Joshua in the crowd after defeating Arslanbek Makhmudov in Tottenham, England. That was a terrible performance, by the way. I fell asleep during that fight. No lie, that was terrible. So the article goes on to say it was never going to be a smooth ride to get to Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Okay, yeah, though contracts have been signed for the British rivals to at last fight late. This article's written weird. To at last fight late in 2026, likely November. Little else has been confirmed. Okay. Yeah, I hear quarter four. That's what I've been hearing. Both have interim fights to negotiate. Oh, let me see what y'all are saying. Hold up. Salute to Brother Crod. Look up the NBA ref who went to jail, Tom Donati, who went to federal prison for 15 months. Hold on one sec. For doing an illegal gambling scheme between the 2006 NBA Finals between Miami Heat versus the Dallas Mavs. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely you're gonna go to Fed. That's a Fed charge for sure. Tom Donahue. Okay. Wow, that's crazy, fam. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good, bro. It happened in 2007 FBI investigation into Tom's arrest and conviction to be thrown in jail that time. Yeah. Any cheating in sports and stuff, yeah, throw them in jail, man. Charge them. I mean, don't just throw them in jail. You got to charge them. They deserve due process. But yeah, nah, man, no cheating in sports at all. No fraudulent schemes, none of that. No drug cheating, nothing. No deflate gate or whatever Tom Brady and them did with the soft footballs, none of that. Or who was it? The Astros were accused of cheating too. Like, fam, it's not cool. Salute to Solo Dolo in the building. Salute to the king. Salute to the king, Solo Dolo in the house. Salute, king. Thanks for being here, y'all. Hit the like button, share the video. I guess someone's sharing it because the word's getting around. Salute to you, bro. Salute to Crowd. Yeah, even players like Devin Booker argued against bad refs with poor referee officiating for the NBA playoffs. Yeah. Yeah, I used to play ball. I know what that is. Like in school. Your refs are part of the play, man. They're part of the play. But if you're clicking as a team and as a individual player, the refs sort of become a non-factor. If y'all are cooking, you're cooking. You know what I'm saying? If you're flowing, you're flowing. If you start looking to the referees for bad calls and all that stuff, that means your team is you're not really clicking because you're too focused on the ref. I'm just speaking as someone that's been on the court. And having referees as part of the play. If you're not focused, you're focused on the ref. Salute to Crowd. Yeah, I agree. That should be the same in WWE as well. Yeah. WWE is. Some people think that ish is real, man. It's crazy. Salute to PGH Big Dog in the house. Salute Ring Media. Salute King. Good to see you here, bro. We're sort of doing a part 2. Yesterday we talked about Anthony Joshua and them. Today we're talking Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, and LA is off. Eddie Hearn drops contract bombshell. Big update. Salute to the king. Salute to the queen. In the room, fam. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, it was never going to be a smooth ride. Yeah, I read that. Both have interim fights to negotiate. Joshua 29-4, 26 KOs. Yeah, who are the 4 losses Joshua has against? Those are Joshua lost to Tyson. No, I was going to say Tyson Fury. Usyk twice. And then who else did he lose, fam? He lost to Triple D. And I'm trying to think of his Ruiz in New York. Yeah, those are the 4 losses. Yeah, that's crazy. But see, it's proof that, fam, like Anthony Joshua is still a name in the sport of boxing. So you can lose 4 times. And, you're still progressing. Salute to Crowd in the building. The NBA needs to go back to the 80s and 90s where games are more physical. There should be less foul calls on nonsense plays that are called for fouls, which are mostly floppers. You know what? I don't think you can put that genie back in the bottle. The rough play that we saw back in the day, I just think there's been a whole cultural shift in the NBA where that type of rough housing will not be allowed, even in boxing, fam. You see that in boxing. Like I've watched some of the old fights and seen highlights. It just seems that it was more rough. Oh, what are you talking about? Boxing's boxing. Yeah, it just seemed like the older boxers, I don't know. They almost fought with more tenacity. Don't you think? What do you guys think about that? What do you folks think about that? I think they fought with more tenacity, the 4 kings and just the brute force, man, even being highly skilled, Queen Shaquilla Fields is in the building, fam. Peace and blessings, young King Stephen X. Peace and blessings, beloved Queen Shaquilla. Thank you for being here. Yeah, you were here yesterday. Yeah, we were talking this at AJ Tyson Fury Queen. Just continuing with that. Thank you for always being here and showing your support. And salute to you. Salute to the other queens. Salute to the kings. Thank you so much. What are y'all saying? PGH Big Dog says that AJ Fury BS was never going to happen in LA. It's a massive UK. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was another thing. And I saw this on Twitter. Like, man, this guy can't even come to America. And I was like, wait a minute. Tyson Fury is not even allowed in the States. Has that changed? Has there been new updates or reporting about that? Like, I'm just asking. So yeah, seems like it was just a news story. When I was reading the article yesterday, I'm like, this is like, so what are we talking about this for then? I didn't read the article. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe I should have read it beforehand, Yeah, salute to you, PGH. Salute to again, Gay J lost to Usyk. Ruiz. Yeah. Usyk twice. Andy Ruiz in MSG, where something was clearly wrong with him. And Triple D. But something looked off with AJ. I mean, no excuses though. I'm not I'm not an AJ fanboy, but I'm just saying something was off with him in that fight against Andy Ruiz. But he wasn't gonna win either way. I don't think so. I mean, he won the second time, but that was just a bad night at the office, man. And something was off with him. Just like something was off with Wilder in the second fight with Tyson Fury. We're like, what the hell's going on with the champ's legs? You know, and we all know the story. We all know, we all know what's going on. You know, floppy gloves and yeah, we know the story. He should put out whatever he said about this documentary. He wants to just put it out. You know, and the good thing is he has the resources to do it. So, salute to PGH Big Dog in the house. They've been flopping for years in the NBA. It didn't just start happening. Barkley even said it on Monday. Yeah, people like to think that like, oh, it wasn't like, but there's probably nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying, fam? So there's nothing new under the sun. So there probably was some flopping back in the day. I can believe that. You know what I'm saying? There was like, how is there not? There's always shenanigans in sports. You know, it's just when the shenanigans become cheating. Nah. You know. Yeah. Salute to PGH Big Dog in the house. Didn't see these quick ass stoppages by refs back in the 70s. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. It just seemed there was more tenacity and there was more tolerance for violence, and that's what I'm saying. With the NBA, as Crowd is, you know, we're talking about because the Knicks are in the finals. That's a big deal, but in the sports world, but yeah, it just seems culturally, just overall, there's less aversion to that kind of violence in sports. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, like even the '90s Bulls and the Pistons and all that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Salute to Crowd. Yeah, I would like to see it back. So therefore, all these sensitive, soft NBA players can get out of the league. So we can see more tougher players earn the right in the league. We need them out. Yeah, I'm not a big NBA fan like that, but bro, I think like Draymond Green level, because Draymond Green, with all due respect, is I don't like that dirty stuff I've seen him do. I don't like that at all. Like, he's done some unnecessary, if we really want to call out some BS, like, no, Draymond Green has done some BS, man. You know what I mean? But roughness, yeah, I can agree with being rough. Just don't cross the line, you know. But that's what flagrant fouls are for. And Jalen Brunson was like knocked down the other day by Wembley. Salute to you, Crowd. Again, I agree with the old days in boxing where fighters are fighting way too dangerous to try to KO someone out of the ring. Yeah. Yeah, they used to knock guys out of the ring. But although, see, that still happens. I mean, how many times did Chisora get knocked out of the ring? Speaking of heavyweights, Wilder was knocking that man out of the ring every 2 seconds. It's just his team that was helping him get out of the ring. Remember that, fam? And then Wilder's like, I love you, before he knocked him. And then Chisora said, I love you back. And then he knocked him out of the ring. Oh, man, boxing. Yeah. Salute to you, Crowd. Salute to Avenues Roofing King. Salute. Evening people. Salute to you. And that, yeah, top of the morning or top of the evening to you, bro. If that's a saying out there in the UK. Yeah, this is a perfect topic for you, fam. We're talking Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury in LA is off. Eddie Hearn drops contract bombshell. Big update. Salute to you, bro. Let me get through more of this as I'm looking. Okay, so blah, blah. So yeah, 4 losses. We'll take on the unheralded Christian Pranga in Saudi Arabia on July 25th. And though not yet announced, They're 35-2-1, 24 KOs. Fury is expected. Okay, yeah, those 2 losses are to oh Lord, Usyk. And the draw. Who did Fury draw against? He has 24 KOs. Oh, it was Wilder, the first fight, yeah. Fury is expected to warm up for Joshua in August with Nelson and Hisa. So both of these guys are fighting tomato cans, bombs, to tune up for each other. Make that make sense. The latest opponent to be linked to the Gypsy King. Presuming both win. Okay, see, this is where we get dicey because this is how matches get messed up. And then decide to move forward with the current arrangement. It just leaves the not so small matter of where it will take place to decide. There's also squabbling about who the official promoter of the event really is. Really? Okay. Let me see what y'all are saying as I continue covering this story. Hold on one sec, fam. Let me see what y'all are saying. Oh, here it is. PGH Big Dog says rumored that AJ was drugged in New York, reported panic attacks and confusion in locker room before Ruiz fight. Yeah, these are things I've heard. And you probably heard my hesitation in probably saying it. Maybe because, like, you know, nothing could really be, maybe I just was hesitant because, like, nothing could really be proven, you know, like that conclusively. Unless it hits, like, you know, an actual investigation or stuff. But I did hear stuff like that, yeah. Hold on, let me just share. I'm just sharing the link to the live. Yeah, okay, hit that like button, fam. Yeah, that's what I heard too, man. It's just crazy, man. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just seeing some of your. I know you guys are talking to each other, so. Okay, cool. Oh, salute to brother Andrew, the African warrior. Salute to you, Kim. Thanks for being here, fam. Let me just go to my Twitter for a sec. Sorry, fam. When I have my station set up here, there's just so much going on Twitter and stuff right now. Okay, cool. Okay, let me close that. That's distracting. Yeah, salute to you, Andrew. Salute to you. We're just covering Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Salute to Crod. I'm not saying we need idiots like Andrew Bynum in the league, elbowing players in the ribs when they go for layups. We need more aggressive, lenient rules where players can play with more freedom. See, fam, this is how you know I'm out of the loop with the NBA. Andrew Bynum? I don't even know how. I think I've heard the name. I'm just Googling right now. Oh, Andrew Bynum. Yeah. This was he's an older. Okay, this is from back in the day. Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember him though. Yeah, I remember Andrew Bynum. Yeah, the Lakers. I had to see his face. Yeah, you know, when you don't have talent, that's what you have to rely on. Now, Dennis Rodman was like that, but Dennis Rodman, you know, I mean, we can't lie and say he wasn't a good rebounder. You know, in like rebounding fit him because you have to be aggressive to get rebounds, you know. So, but that's all he. No, I mean, he did intangible things too. I'm not gonna lie. He was an important player on the Bulls. I think he was key to some of their victories. So, salute to PGH Big Dog. Usyk beat Fury twice. Yep, and Wilder was robbed in the first fight. Absolutely, I've always said that. Go watch that fight, fam. I scored it. I'm like, wait a minute, Wilder won. Like, I know about the long even with all that, include the long countdown, right? Or whatever, like the ref letting Fury get up and stuff. Wilder outboxed him. Like I'm saying Wilder beat Fury on rounds. He won more rounds than him. He had more points than him. That's what boxing is. And it's crazy that Fury and his fanboys, his UK fanboys, they propagate this myth that this guy won. He didn't win the first fight, you know, but clearly boxing wanted, they did it a draw because boxing wanted a rematch. And then it ended up becoming a trilogy, you know. So salute to Crod in the building. Facts. Wilder got robbed in the first fight. He should have won unanimously. Yeah. No, it was BS. That wasn't a draw. That was not a draw. There's no way. Nope. And we're boxing fans, you know what I mean? Like we watch fights and score them, you know, whether we write them or not. We're scoring it in our head or something, you know. So we have an idea of who won the fight. Unless it's one of those fights where it's like every round is a 50-50 round and it's a swing 'em round, and those are the worst fights to score, you know. But yeah, there's a consensus among us, anyways, on this side of the pond, that Deontay Wilder was robbed that first fight against Fury, and they probably wouldn't have fought again. Maybe there would have been a rematch, but no, I don't. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe it could have ended up being a trilogy either way. I don't know. He wins, Fury wants a rematch, and then Fury wins, and then, you know, you just never know. Yeah, exactly. PJ, that's what I'm just saying. PJ's Big Dog says boxing politics has destroyed so many black fighters' careers. Yeah. It's sad, man. It's so sad. It's so sad. Boxing politics. That's why you have to be like True Bill. You got to be savvy to what's going on out here. And the thing about the Dream Team is that Devin Haney's smart too. Like business wise, like they both are savvy. So he's not just a fighter, you know. Salute to Crod. Even UK fans knew Fury didn't win. Yeah. And Fury said he almost died being knocked out by water before the ref woke him up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he really came back like the Undertaker. But I mean, anybody would come back like the Undertaker if they were given 15 seconds to get up. Like, god damn. And then we all heard the rationalizations. Oh, well, it's not really. What was it? What did the ref say, fam? It's not really 10 seconds. It's according to my count of 10 seconds or something like that. Like they were just doing all types of spitting, you know? It's a 10 count. But presumably you're like, it has to be a reasonable 10 count, meaning not too fast, not too slow in terms of pace. You know what I'm saying? Fine, let's say it's not 10 seconds, it's a 10 count. I'm just thinking logically. If it's a 10 count, because it wouldn't, if it was 10 seconds, they would call it 10 seconds. They don't call it 10 seconds. They say a 10 count. So it is up to the ref to do the counting. But if the ref, and then the guy on the outs, there's a ref on the outside when you're knocked down who's doing the counting. And the ref in the ring has to look to the ref on the outside of the ring to get the count, because he doesn't know right away. He has to tell that fighter that knocked the dude down to go to a neutral corner. Then he's got to tell him go to neutral corner. Then he's got to look at the guy outside and get the count, because already that's like 2 seconds gone already. You know what I'm trying to say, fam? And then he's got a 3, 4, but it has to be reasonable. You know, so yeah, but it's funny, crowd. Even UK fans knew Fury cheated, or Fury got a long count. Salute to PJ's Big Dog, crooked ref Jack Reese. That's his name. Woke Fury up from his nap. He gave him some salt, right? So to wake guys up. Yeah, he put it under his nose and got him. Like, it was crazy how long that count was, man. Even in the third fight. The third fight too, Fury should have been, come on. This is, Champ has to do the documentary. Do it, bro. Don't talk about it. You know, just do it. Hold on one sec, fam. Okay. Yeah, this time, you know, it's getting closer to dinner time here. Salute to Brother Crod. Yeah, I agree. It should be a moderate, fast speed to count. Yeah, when a boxer is knocked down, the timekeeper is supposed to help the ref. Okay, so it's the timekeeper. Yeah, so he's supposed to help the ref in the ring. Yeah, so yeah, we've all seen it. We've all seen him. He's the guy on the outside, the timekeeper. He's already counting and he's pointing his hands at the ref in the ring because he has to catch him up to speed. But the ref in the ring has to look over at him. This is the way they're trained. You know what I mean? But then the ref in the ring will take over the count, but it's up to him how fast or slow he wants to do it. Like, it's just that this whole thing is just subjective, man. It's crazy. You know, we it's called the sweet science, but you know, some of it's not scientific. You know. What does it say here? Eddie Hearn, Joshua's longtime promoter, found himself under fire from Dana White last weekend. The Zuffa boxing boss suggested that it is he and not Hearn or Fury's promoter Frank Warren who's pulling the most important strings behind the scenes alongside financier Turki Al-Sheikh. Oh, okay. So Eddie Hearn and Dana White got some beef. All right, that's basically what y'all saying. So there's some ego thing going with Zuffa and Eddie Hearn and them and Frank Warren. Okay. Have they announced where that fight is? No. I know where it is. White said in Burnham following Chris Billum-Smith's victory over Ryan Rozicki on Zuffa's debut UK show. So Zuffa's in the UK now. Interesting, fam. Hold on. PGH Big Dog says, and 2 fights later, Reese had the fastest stoppage I've seen for a Loma opponent. Shaking my head. Oh, damn. Yeah, he's one of those like staple. Hold on, I'm just looking at something. He's one of those staple referees. Hold on, is he still active? What's it? Oh yeah, Jack Reese. Didn't he? He did one of Devin's fights against Regis Prograis. Isn't that the same ref? No. Hold on, let me look up these names. You know, Jack Reese. Let me referee boxing. Oh, but let this BoxRec have a photo of him. Oh God, why do they make you do all this stuff to get onto the BoxRec website now? I gotta verify, like really? I gotta verify that I'm a human being. I just need to see. Oh, there's no photo of him there. Wow. Yeah, but salute to Felix Nunez in the house. Who you got tonight? I think, you know, I think the momentum for the Knicks is out, man. I think the dude that showed up there and ruined the vibes. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get it back, bro. So who I got, I would say San Antonio evens the series, you know. That's why I say they got. So fam. I didn't get to finish this article, but salute to Kra, the science of being knocked down, but the ref not doing the job to count you out to have you not lose fairly is not the sweet science. It's the fraud, crappy pseudoscience. Yeah, the science of being knocked down, but the ref not doing his job. Yeah, to count you out. It's crazy, man. No, it's not the sweet science. It's fraudulent science. PGH Big Dog says Knicks take a 3-1. Okay, but those crazy Knicks fans are the worst. Jumping Spurs fans like, yeah, New Yorkers, don't do that. Stop it. Don't do that. Stop it. It's not player. That's not we hounded lost. But y'all, I'm out of here. The graveyard started. Head over to BFTB Boxing. The graveyard started. I'm out of here. It was a short little cook. You know, we did our thing. Salute to you, PGH Big Dog. Y'all head over to the graveyard. Crod, salute to you. Thank you, bro. We'll talk. Avenues Roofing, salute to you. Andrew, the African Warrior, salute to you. Salute to Queen Shaquila Fields, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Salute to Convos of Cam, thank you so much, Queen. PGH Big Dog, thank you for being here, comrade. King. Solo Dolo, King, thank you. DP Rocker, thank you. I know you're at work. And I think I got everyone, fam. I'm going to the graveyard. Peace, y'all. Agreed. F Knicks fans for that. Yeah, it was pissed off when I heard Jackery Singh was good for Bach. Terrible. Yeah, salute PGH, big dog. Salute. Peace. Graveyard. Bye. Steven X out. Respectringmedia.com. Respectringmedia.com. Peace. Salute.